What up, y'all? I waited for a few of y'all to get up in here. We got to talk about this game. Got to talk about this game, as well as some other stuff, too. Straight to the point, sports and entertainment. I'm live. Your boy here. Give a few minutes for y'all to get up in here. I know some of y'all probably busy right now. Not gonna stay on here too long. Oh man. Hello. Whoever's in here. Make sure y'all hit that like. Share the video too, man. What's going down, Ted? I'll see you in the building. I know you're happy about your Lakers tonight, huh? You happy about LeBron, man, hitting that 40K, man? I know you happy about LeBron hitting that 40K for y'all, man. Or are you more happy about Denver coming back? Yeah, we gonna talk about it. Because I definitely got my thoughts on it. I definitely got my thoughts on that. Shoot. Aren't we all? Aren't we all? I'd, I thought, would have thought they would have got the dub. So, True the King, see you in the building, man. Make sure y'all go sub to the homie True the King TV. Celtics fan. Representing them Celtics all day. And True the King, man, I had already mentioned I don't know why they don't have Tatum in that top three, but he certainly proved his case yesterday against Luka. Even though Luka had that 37 triple dub, but they still got the win. Yeah. Yeah, we gonna talk about it. What's up with it, Stephen Green? I see you in the building, bro. You say you could sleep better. Damn. That's savage. Savage, man. Savage. All right, man. Let's go ahead and get right into it, man, while everything is hot, man. Make sure y'all go sub to, like I said, to the brothers True the King TV and also Stephen Green. Straight to the point, sports and entertainment. Make sure y'all hit that like button, sub to the channel if you're not a member, and also hit them notifications too so that you're able to get all of my content as well as all of my videos. Now, tonight, as you know, was a historic night for LeBron. He hasn't won a championship yet. They pick and choose when. Hey, look, You know what, True the King? I gotta talk about something now. This might be the Celtics year. Now, many people are talking about the four straight that the Bucks have won and everything, but we got to see how they do against the Clippers. But there again, they don't have Russ. I think Terrence. Is Terrence Mann gonna be back? I want to say Terrence Mann and Zubac. Uh, I hadn't checked the injury report for them, but uh, Terrence Mann is going to be needed, as well as Zubac is going to be needed, because you saw how that played out when they played, the Lake Show. Plumlee, while he did good, you know what I'm saying, he also cost them the game too, as well as Harden being inefficient in turnovers too. What's up with it, Dwayne? I see you in the building, man. You said no. Well, and see, that's what I want to talk about. Now, it was spoiled by Jokic coming out tonight and pretty much capitalizing and showing them why he is leading in the MVP race right now, and that why Denver are the champs. People forget that Denver are the champs. Even though LeBron did come with the 40K, LeBron had his 26 points. I think Austin Reeves had 19 and 14 assists, man. AD had like 17 and 11 or 12 rebounds. And what's the name? Murray had 24 and 11 assists. I want to say Gordon, MPJ. I think it was MPJ had 25. I think it was. Can't remember off the top of my head. And I know Jokic almost had a triple double. Almost had a triple double. He was 3 points, three rebounds shy or 3 assists shy from a triple double. I think he had like 30 and 10 or something like that. Look, man. Now Gilbert Arenas, shout out to him. He did say that the Lakers are still a threat in the West, but not in comparison to the Nuggets, man. What's up with it? Be nice. I see you in the building, bro. Like Dwayne Angel had just said, the Nuggets do have a case to win it back to back. Now, what my brother True the King was saying, I agree with him on this, man. They don't talk about Jason Tatum. The guys that they're not talking about are the guys that are really going to sneak up on everybody. Okay, I talked about it with everybody else. Ted had brought up Orlando. I think it was Ted and Cypress that had brought up Orlando. And the thing about it is nobody's paying attention to teams like the Celtics and the Denver Nuggets, and these are the teams that are going to sneak up and bite you in the ass. This is the real season. Everybody knows that. Everybody that's a basketball head up in here, especially the way that me and True the King, studied again. This is the season. So all that stuff that previously right now, and these guys that have championship experience, they're hot right now. Okay, this is the season right now. You said Kings are a sleeper. Yeah, they got that. They definitely got that win. They got that win without De'Aaron Fox. Malik Monk had like 39. But see, the inability to stay focused, after a historic night. Jokic is that guy that does stuff like that. And that's what you got to appreciate Jokic about. He doesn't care about LeBron's historic night or anything like that. Jokic doesn't care about being the face of the league. He doesn't care about, he really doesn't even care about MVPs. You see, he don't be crying and complaining like Joel Embiid about MVPs. He cares about championships. He cares about championships. Jamal Murray, okay, like the brother Ticket has said before. Shout out to Ticket TV. He has said this time and time again before. He said that Jamal Murray is the best player, one of the greatest players ever, not to make the All Star team, and I agree with him. Jamal Murray is he's magnificent, man, and this is after him spraining his ankle. Be Nice says it's really not his story, just a round a round number. They blowing up. Nah. I gotta disagree with you on that. Be Nice. Nah, this is historic, especially considering. Make no mistake about it. This is historic. Okay, you might not like Bron, and you might not like him in terms of what he does or anything like that, but 40K is extremely difficult to get to. Nobody has done it. He's alone at the top. And think about it. If he continues to play, that's just adding to the number. We still have another half of the season to go, and then he said he want possibly going to play until 42. So you do the math on that. Okay, so I don't want to make no mistake about that. However, what makes it look bad is that when you're losing like this on a night like this, especially against a championship breaded team that's already got continuity flowing. Shit. But 40K is going to be damn near hard. Yeah, exactly. The only person that, you know what, Dwayne? The only person that I could see that possibly has a chance to even get in the reach, nobody was talking about. They made it historic. Nobody was talking about reaching that number. Listen, the only person that I could see even getting within reach of that number or possibly getting it, and y'all gonna trip out when I say this, is Wembanyama. Wembanyama. And I'm gonna tell you something else about Wembanyama. Okay, I told True the King about this too when I talk when he was on live the other night about his defense. Wembanyama has got a chance to not only catch LeBron in points if he keeps up, provided that his health goes good and then he plays as long as he does. Because you got to think about it, he's coming in averaging a dub already. Wembanyama could actually catch Hakeem Olajuwon in blocks. Now we know who the real total in terms of blocks, who leads all time. Really, if they would have counted it would have been either Wilt or it would have been either Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, possibly even Bill Russell. But some people say Wilt. You know what I'm saying? But right now they got Hakeem Olajuwon since they counted the stat. Wembanyama got a chance to get it. Yeah, but it's arguable too. I mean, some people argue that too. But Wilt Chamberlain, he and all of the stats that he's doing, like the 5-5 stats and stuff like that. Wilt Chamberlain was doing that sort of thing, and so is guys like Bill Russell. Even Oscar Robertson. He said so. Yeah, we'll see. I mean, they definitely, man. He proved something. I like when I like the fact when he plays against Chet Holmgren because they have a competitive them guys are competitor, and even though Chet, he lost the game and everything. I like the fact that he was angry about it. And I also like the fact that these guys weren't backing down with one another, and I like the fact that they don't like each other on the court. You know, uh, right? And you know what, True the King, check this out, man. Check this out, brother. Wimbyama is averaging 7.4. I mean 7.2 points per minute, right? Jordan was was at 7.4. I had already said that. I know Ted think I sound like a broken record, but a lot of people don't understand how the pace of that he's scoring at is amazing. And on top of that, he's doing that on he the way that he's playing defense, his possession, like back to back possession, you know what I'm saying? 1 minute, on defense. Next minute, you know what I'm saying? He's back, waiting for the ball. Then on top of that, he's improving in the shot. Only thing he gotta get better with his footwork. You know what I'm saying? The way that this guy covers so much ground, he could guard the perimeter. The nigga can guard the high post. He could get down in the low post. He got dribble drive penetration. He got a triple threat. He can run the floor and not no slow ass George Mirasan running the floor, no shit like that. No, he's literally sprinting up there. This dude can do everything. Yeah, he's a good passer. And he's a team player. More importantly, he's a competitor. Yeah, man. I mean, at 7'4", come on, man. Jesus Christ, what are you gonna do? Now, man, I know y'all really don't want to talk about this, but it has to be talked about. I want to give a shout out to a couple of the guys that already done touched on this. Um, I mean, I didn't really see it as too much of a big deal, but everybody making a big deal about it. You know what I'm saying? But the fact that, well, first off, let me give the shout outs that who talked about it first. I know Chicky that talked about it, Two Rod talked about it, and also Town Biz that talked about it. Shout out to them. Shout out to them brothers. Malika Andrews kissing LeBron. Do y'all think that was a big deal? I mean, people give kisses all the time and stuff like that, but I looked at Savannah's face tonight, man, and I was like, I don't know, she didn't look too happy. You said Victor is to win 4 Defensive Player of the Year. Yeah, he possibly could. I would like to say I wanted him to win Rookie of the Year and Defensive Player of the Year in the same season. He said kiss on the cheek is okay if you're really cool with someone like me. I kiss women on the hands uh, in some areas. Yeah, I bet you do, Ted. Yeah, I bet, man. Yeah. Hey, Ted. Ted, man, come on, man. Let me get a kill. Nah, but everybody gonna make a big deal about it. You know what I'm saying? Like it wasn't like you know uh tonguing them down, stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? It might have been some funny, but Malika Andrews is already everybody they can't stand her because of the stuff that she be doing. Um, so everybody gonna be gunning for her. So yeah, I don't really see it as a big deal. Me myself personally, uh, people are always gonna say something. They're gonna blow stuff out of proportion. You know what I mean? I mean, it's a historic night. Look, and if we want to take it there, you know what I'm saying? Of course, LeBron, he probably gets the wop thrown at him on the daily. You said Malika Andrew. Well, nah, she can't be trusted. Nah, not at all. Not at all. She's naked too. You said it's not no big deal. Yeah, it's not no big. I don't really see it as a big deal, but a lot of people do. You know what I'm saying? Like, but the fact that okay, I guess when they look at because Savannah don't really, she don't get me wrong, she smiles and stuff like that, but she got that demeanor, like like not to be played with any either. You know what I'm saying? You said I'm surprised one of his male commentators didn't kiss him on the cheek. Come on, man. Come on, man. Come on now. That's crazy, bro. That's crazy. You said Windhorse with Jeff. Oh man, y'all crazy, man. Yeah, I know what you're saying because it's like they bowing down, you know what I'm saying, to him and stuff like that. But nah, man, I ain't see it as no big deal. People gonna try to blow it out of proportion, man. And I mean, it's a historic night, and like I was saying, LeBron is probably getting the wop thrown at him even more because of this. I mean, he's the only one ever to do this. You know what I'm saying? And it's going to be pretty hard to catch this. If if you really look at this right now, it's going to be sort of like with Kareem. It took years in order for somebody to actually meet and to beat that record. Yeah, man. Brian Windhorst, man, this guy right here, and Brian Windhorst is up in there. He's still trying to tear down others to lift up LeBron. That's the reason why he was so critical of AI. Now, some people might have their feelings about AI. Like I'm gonna be honest with you, I didn't say that he could average 43. Some people said, like Gilbert Arenas was saying, he could average 45. I actually took it a little less. I said he could average about 39. I said 39, about 40. You know, but Brian Windhorst felt like he wouldn't be able to do anything because of his amount of shots that he take. You know, um, and also during that time, at one point he was shooting like 42%. He tried to, you know, take that into account, but you also got to understand how physical. Where it wasn't, although it wasn't as physical as the '80s, it still was a relatively physical league. You said tie game would translate with. I think Iverson would average the same. Iverson didn't have a consistent outside shot. He didn't need to. He didn't need a consistent outside shot. True to King, he could get to the rack with ease. Um, you got to think, man. He's only five. Well, really, he's only 5'11", and extremely athletic and extremely fast. Okay, so him getting to the rack, it's just like with Jordan. See, that's what kills me, man. Think about when they didn't have a 3 point line, and because if we want to go there, did you know that there were other guys before AI that shot actually a lower percentage than AI? Antoine Walker shot a lower percentage than AI for his career. Um, of course, Bob Cousy, he did, but you know they were that was a different era. Bob Pettit, Pete Maravich, uh, Tracy McGrady, Elgin Baylor. These guys shot horrible percentages. So, but I wouldn't like a guy like Elgin Baylor who doesn't get the credit for ushering in a lot of the athleticism um, for what you see going on today. They just always mention Jordan. Elgin Baylor, guys like Connie Hawkins and Dr. J, the way that those guys were getting to the rack and were able to do that without the use of a 3 point line, there's been stories about them putting up 50 plus, not only in the ABA, but also in the NBA without a 3 point line or at the Rucker. You got to take that into account. So, which leads me to my point with AI, he was able to get to the rack, and he was an incredible finisher too as well. He could finish above the rim, and he can also finish, with a nice little finger roll or whatnot. So he didn't really need it. And I know he had a spotty jump shot. It's just like with Jordan when he came into the league, his he was he had a high player efficiency rating, but guess what? He was doing that off of the strength of mainly just getting to the rack. True. Yeah, Jerry West was putting up 60 with no threes. So I don't want to listen. Jordan is not the only guy, and listen, I'm a Jordan fan. True knows I'm a Jordan fan, but I'm not going to sit up here and act like um, the the responsibility of athleticism. Yeah, I said about true. I said about 39. You know what I'm saying? I try to be I try to be realistic. It's just like when they talk about Jordan with 50 or Kobe ever average 50 or something like that. I try to be realistic. I said about 40 something points or whatever. I mean, when it came to Jordan or whatever, some people were saying like 60 or whatever, but I kind of try to be, realistic with what we're working with and stuff like that. And uh, now I want to see, that's why, true, I do want to see, this is what I want to see. I want to see Joe Dumars really, really flex his muscle, man, with Adam Silver, pause, in terms of bringing back the physicality so that now, because everybody's complaining, oh, yeah, well, they were complaining that the game was too slow and all this other stuff, and there wasn't enough scoring. Now that there's too much scoring and everything, now, they want to bring back the physicality. So hopefully they'll be able to bring that physicality back. Will they bring hand checking back? That remains to be seen. But I would love to see that back again because then now that's going to really show who has the skill and who don't have the skill. Iverson would average more assists in the fast play, I think. You know what? Hey, hey, true. And that's a good point, Ted. True. You know what? I think Two Raw has said the same thing. Why is that? Because I never To me, that explain to me why. Because I heard like three other people say that. True Ross said that too, man. Do you believe they add hand? I think they should, man. Because to me, man, it's just like, you know, I know the brother True. I like defense, man. You know what I'm saying? Like I don't get me wrong. I like to score, but it's just like, dang, can we get some people meeting each other at the rim every like more? You know what I'm saying? Like everybody used to challenge everybody. Everybody would laugh at Dikembe Mutombo or laugh at Alonzo Mourning or laugh at Bobo. I mean not Bobo, Manute Bol or laugh at some of these shot blockers that actually would attempt to try to at least try to stop the shot or whatever. Sometimes they block it and sometimes they get dunked on, but at least they showing that they got, you know, they are challenging the shot. And it's also like when they get crossed up or something like that, hey, they gamble, but at least they out there trying to play some sort of defense or whatever. We got to have some people challenging. Now, I'm not talking about heavily clogging the lane to the point where it's so sloppy, you know what I'm saying, and people yanking people out of the air like Bill and Beer, but just some sort of challenge, you know what I'm saying? Because of fast break alley outlet passes, passing to sharpshooter. Yeah, that's a good point. Yeah, man. Somebody else was saying, yeah, take out defensive 3 seconds. That's hey, I had another partner of mine that said that too. They don't want to go viral. I mean, shit. If you look, if you get dunked on, you just get dunked on, man. If you get crossed up, you get crossed up. I mean, that's what you're in the game for. That's part of the game, man. You know, a lot of people don't. A lot of people don't know this, and they don't want to talk about this. But Iverson wasn't the only one that was crossing Jordan like that. Penny Hardaway, man, used to blow right past Jordan a lot, especially when in Penny's younger days. Right, but you know he also said, but you know what he said though, to Ted Lucas said that whether there's hand checking or not, he was still it wouldn't make any difference to him. Yep, that's facts. That's facts. They have to make it easier. They have to make it easier for defenses. You know, look, I'm all about. Look, I love up and down. You know, don't get me wrong. I like up and down too, but I do like it to where okay. See, I'm gonna tell you something about Golden State. Everybody's always talking about how Golden State is just all offense, 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 and I'm talking about you know when they were first winning championship. Golden State did that off of the strength of defense too, though. That's what y'all don't realize. And Golden State, man, the way that they played defense, especially in transition too, it was phenomenal. Yeah, it was great. You know, of course, you like to see, you know, Clay. I mean, Steph and Clay, you know, splashing and everything. But Sean Livingston don't get talked about. You know, a guy like David, you know, the guys like David West and um, I ain't gonna mention Zaza Pachulia, man, because he's so dirty. But Andre Iguodala, and of course Clay, Clay when he was in his prime, you know, before the injuries and stuff, they was a phenomenal defensive team too. Andrew Bogut, yeah. Warriors defense was it offense off steals and layups, yeah, and spotted three, and they played the passing lane too much. Yeah, Ben Wallace, man. Some of these guys, man, like and see, that's what kills me. I always talk about how a lot of people. I brought this up before about Dennis Rodman. A lot of people don't feel like Dennis Rodman can transition into today's game, but I was like, dog, that's so stupid, especially with the speed that he has, especially with the speed of his feet. Listen, man. Did y'all watch the NFL Combine today? Did any of y'all pay attention today? Do y'all know that there were two guys that ran 4.2s today? There was a guy that ran a 4.22 and a guy that ran a 4.21. And I mentioned that the reason why I mentioned that is because you see how things evolve. Like that's like freakish speed right there, right? And that's what you're dealing with. Well, back then, if you were running that, yeah, hey Ted, if you were running that back in the days, you were God. Yeah. So now you got guys that are just it's like nothing for them to run a 4.2 and stuff like that. So the speed of today, right? Stay with me. The speed of today, and then you add a little bit of physicality, man. To me, that's the perfect mix. You add that type of physicality, and I'm talking about with basketball, of course. Dog, that's the perfect mix. That's a perfect mix. Like I had this one guy, man. This one guy was, I think he was on Herman Buddy. Shout out to Herman Buddy. Uh, Herman, he was on Herman Buddy show, and he was talking about how they played football on the court, and I'm like, dog, they ain't play no football on the court. That's your perception. No, these guys could actually move. You said 92 Knicks were brutal. I like but those guys could actually play defense though. It's just like everybody was just physical. Listen, if you went into the paint, there was always a risk that you take. You're not going to get any easy buckets. But that's not to say that they couldn't move their feet. You said that the mix is perfect, but they're not wired like that. What you mean? What you mean? Who's not wired like that though? Who not wired like that? Be nice. You talking about this generation, or you just talking about in general? Yeah, the Knicks, man. I used to love that squad, man. I used to love that squad. They weren't the most flamboyant, but they played really really hard. Oh, you talking about this generation? Uh, it's a few of them, man. You said Xavier, Bully Pippen, yeah, man. And Anthony Mason, man, God rest his soul, man. Anthony Mason. Yeah, of course they had Ewing, Charles Smith. Oh man. They had Derek Hart. They had an older Derek Harper, um, John Starks. Yeah, Greg Anthony. Yeah, man, them guys was blue collar, man. Yeah, they were a problem, man, but they just could not win. And they had a chance, man. They had a chance against H-Town, but they just couldn't capitalize. They had it. They had it in, it was 94. Yeah, Charles Oakley. Man, those guys, man, they weren't no joke, bro. They was not no joke. Riley kept start. And they talked about that too. They talked about that. They actually got into it real heated, man. Cause what's the name? John Starks was talking about that. He talked about it. He talked about it in the he talked about it in the article, and then also because what's his name got a he had his own podcast, Xavier McDaniel, and I think he talked about it with him too with X Man. And what's crazy is John Starks he went from bagging groceries. He used to bag groceries. Riley didn't look out for Starks, in my opinion. In games. No, he didn't. Yeah, Starks. Hey, Starks made his name, man, for dunking on Jordan and Horace. Just posterizing him, man, with the left hand, man. Everybody was just they was happy to see Jordan get dunked on like that though. He said Star stood his ground, yeah, versus Jordan, better than what Thunder Dan did. The Suns, man, the Suns actually had a chance, man, but a lot of people felt like there was see, I don't like talking about the that Suns game because a lot of people feel like there was a conspiracy involved with that. You said starts in game on MJ, one of the greatest ever. Yeah. Hold on, let's say y'all. Yeah, KJ dunk on the dream. You said Riley should have never left the Knicks in '95. Yeah, but we all know what that was about. That was about, man. That was a boss move that Pat Riley did to have the keys to the Miami organization. Shit. Now look what he's doing. That was a boss move. That was a straight up boss move. Could you imagine what he would be doing if he ran LA like that? If he ran the Lakers? Yeah. I mean, shoot, yeah, you're not gonna come in there and you're not gonna bamboozle an organization that already had a standard before you came. they had already had a standard before you had came. Okay, were they winning a lot of championships? No, they only had one. But okay, yeah, you know, you brought the organization two championships and everything, but you know, you don't get what you want. Yeah, everything still got to run through Pat Riley, man, and he couldn't handle that. He couldn't handle it. But if I would, if I was LeBron, I would have tried to at least stick it out. But hey, if he don't go back to Cleveland, Cleveland don't have no championship. Plus the fact that Kyrie Irving hit that shot. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, man. But Coach Eric Spoelstra was a good coach. He was a great coach. Eric Spoelstra does an excellent job, just like he's doing now. You said Coach Spo is a Hall of Famer. Yeah, he's a Hall of Famer. Better believe it. This man got what, two championships? It would have almost been like four, actually five, really. They would have had. He had a chance to at least have five rings right now because they lost. They lost against Dallas. You know they lost against Dirk and them. Okay, they lost that one, and then they lost against the Spurs. Lost against the Spurs, and then of course, you know, uh, just a couple, like a year or two ago, they had lost in the finals with Jimmy Butler. You know, well, in the bubble or whatever. So yeah, they had a chance to actually. He had a chance to actually have five rings, but then they got the two rings with LeBron. Yeah, he's an old school coach. Yeah, no nonsense. And you're not gonna just come in there and you just think that you're gonna just run over a guy like Eric Spoelstra. You know what I'm saying? Like, nah, skip all that. Yeah, real old school. Spo stood up to Jimmy. Yeah. You know what, man? Rainbow Django, man. Rainbow Django done changed on me, man. He done changed up on me, man. He done changed up. Yeah, Rainbow Django, that's his name now. Gotta stop all that, man. Get focused on what you're doing. Stop focusing on these mercies and or man persons and shit. You know what I'm saying? Like save that for another time. You sitting up in here doing this this IG stuff, trying to be controversial, and I mean, really, honestly, I'm not saying they fighting for their playoff lives, but come on, let's be honest, man. Ain't nobody looking at Miami as a threat. Are y'all looking at Miami as a threat? Jimmy hairstyle is weird. Yeah, man. Like I said, Rainbow Django. How is Miami a threat, Ted? How are they a threat? Hey, you want to be honest with? Listen, I think Orlando could catch them. I think Orlando could catch them too. Cause like I said, Orlando ain't no joke either. Yeah, to me, Miami is not a threat, especially considering the, the, this, just the situation that's going on with Jimmy. Now, I ought to talk about something right here. I'm gonna move on from talking about this. I think I'm gonna make this last right here. Uh, the Bucks. I gotta give it. Like, first off, man, let me give a shout out to three of the head honchos around this LDBC community, and that is Ticket, there's Two Raw, and 7-8. Salute to them and go sub to their channels and their platforms. Doc Rivers has been coaching his ass off. You know what I'm saying? Don't get me wrong. Like I said, they done won four straight. They even got Giannis in number three in the MVP voting. Okay, now we got to see how they look when playoff basketball comes. Now, however, there is a flip side to all this too. Okay, that flip side is that they have the third. Yeah, it's the third hardest schedule in the league behind the Utah Jazz and uh, I think is I want to say yeah Phoenix. It's Phoenix and the Utah Jazz because they got the toughest schedule in the league, and that's Phoenix and that's the Utah Jazz. The Magic are going to be a problem for years to come. Yeah, listen, all of those guys are playing better now. Like they are clicking now. I give them credit, man. Now we can't talk about them until they start messing up again. But see, they got the Clippers next, so let's see how they do. Even with the Clippers being short-handed right now without Russ. Yeah, yeah, it took us some time to get it together, and Doc is really motivating them. And another thing is too, um, Hold on one sec. Hold on one sec, y'all. Give me some truck. Yeah, Giannis has improved his defense. Giannis is already, Giannis defense. It maybe slipped just a little bit, but you got to think about how much he was exerting because Dame, with I'm talking about prior to the All Star game, and then also when in his career in Portland, he was not known to be a defender. He's actually trying to make an effort on defense now, and that's what I was getting ready to talk about. What do you think about the Cavs? Not listen, man. Nobody's taking the Cavs serious, but you better take the Cavs serious because Darius Garland, man, is a good he's a good point guard, man, and got the potential to be great. Yeah, it did, but we all know. Listen, Doc has always been a motivator and everything, but nobody's giving credit to Coach Tibbs for that Boston squad. It was his defensive philosophy that won that championship in '08. And like I said, that don't take anything away from Doc. I think everybody knows my feelings about Doc. I just want to see. Let's just see him. Let's see how he pans out in the playoffs. Yeah, yeah. Duncan could have been with. Duncan had a chance to be with Grant Hill and T Mac. They actually could have been the first big three. Well, no, I take that back. There were some other guys. Oh, okay. Did you have a chance to look at that Mark Jackson podcast? Ted. Hey, Dwayne, let me give you a wrench too, man. I gotta give you a wrench, bro. Sorry about that, Dwayne. What you think about it? And what did you think about the Stephen A. Smith interview? Because Stephen A. Smith, yeah, he did. Oh, you haven't seen it yet? You know Stephen A. Smith, man, gonna be capping. Now, I believe that there's some truth to what he's saying, yeah, but I don't think it's as blown out of proportion like how he described it. Just like just like when he was talking about um, how he got a scholarship to play ball and stuff like that. and and see Kwame Brown, man, was sitting up there saying that you can't pull up nothing on Stephen A. Smith like that. Yeah, man, that guy right there, man, and Mark Jackson. It's just a shame that they won't give Mark Jackson any type of. They won't give him no job as far as coaching. They don't want to give him nothing in the front office. Yeah, shooting hoops and karate shoes. Yeah, he. Nah, but I ain't. Look, bro, I don't want nobody like messing up they livelihood. Ooh, Jackson, or you talking about Phil Jackson? Dwayne, are you a Lakers fan? You might be a Lakers fan. I be forgetting. Y'all be having to tell me. I know Stephen Green is a Sixers fan. I know Ted is a Lakers fan. True. Oh, I'm sorry. Brown Sugar. She's she's a Celtics fan. Celtics, Celtic, Packers, Ohio State. Lord have mercy. You everywhere. You got them in different area codes. Area codes. Oh. Said LeBron 40K was an accomplishment that has never been done. Yeah, that's phenomenal. But look, people are always going to question. They're going to question if he doesn't make it to the finals. Yeah, 47 though, man. Come on, man. Yeah, just because you gotta live life, man. After that, God knows how long you have left here on this earth. Shoot, he did everything that he could do. It's time for other people to carry the league now. I mean, it's amazing what he's doing and how much he playing and stuff. But it's time somebody else to carry the league now. Matter of fact, a couple of players, not just one. Yeah, 47 years old, man. That's ridiculous. You said KD Thomas coming up. Yeah. What, to retire? Yeah. Yeah. Injuries really set KD back too. Yeah. Yeah, but I appreciate everybody pulling up. I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna end this live, but make sure you follow a few of the brothers that just showed up and showed out. The brother Trudy King, Stephen Green, and who else? Anybody else that I forgot in terms of giving shout outs. Uh, Let me just give a shout out to the whole entire line then, but appreciate y'all pulling up. Make sure y'all like the video, share it, and hit them notifications so that you get all of my content as well as all of my vids. Until then, it's straight to the point. Sports and entertainment. I'll get at y'all later.